Okay, so the Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4 roster is confirmed to suck now. And I'm not even kidding. That might sound like clickbait. No, the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 roster is confirmed to suck now, even with DLC. Let me explain why. Now, of course, we've already discussed Dragon Ball Magic. Dragon Ball Magic has been confirmed as the next Dragon Ball Super anime or web anime that is coming out. Now, I guess you're scratching your heads and trying to figure out how that impacts Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Well, let me explain how. So, with Dragon Ball Magic confirmed, and no new Dragon Ball Super anime coming out, that confirms one of the worst things possible for Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4. It locks it, and we've already touched on this before, is that this is going to be a roster redo. No new characters, potentially cutting back characters from XB2 so that they can sell them to you as DLC, and no potential for DLC characters to actually be new to the franchise characters. So with no Dragon Ball Super anime in the foreseeable future, let's just say that 2024 completely off the table, even 2025, because with Dragon Ball Super web anime or Dragon Ball Magic web anime coming out in 2024, that takes up all those months. Okay, so the whole calendar year 2024 gone. Assuming that Budokai Tenkaichi 4 comes out next year, right? That means that there's no source material. Like, of course, they could probably use Dragon Ball Magic, but from what we're hearing, it's just... it's gonna be GT. But no, it's not gonna be any of the characters that are going to push units or sell the game. A lot of people were talking about Granola. Well, no Granola because no Granola animated, so that's out. No Moro animated, no Moro put in the game. I mean, sure, you'll probably get Ultra Instinct, but you won't get you'll get Mastered Ultra Instinct, but you won't get the new base Goku who can do it in base form, who can turn it on at will, who will probably have a ton of new animations. You won't get Susanoo Ultra Instinct. You won't get any of the Moro prisoners. Like, it's lots and lots of characters that are off the table. Forget about Ultra Ego. That's gone. That's absolutely gone. No Black Frieza. I mean, even then, you knew that we weren't going to get into the anime where Black Frieza debuted in order for him to be a character in the base game, of course. And definitely now, what I really want to get to is that this means that absolutely, even counting DLC, there will be no Dragon Ball Super manga characters. Period, point blank. Because if the game comes out 2024, still no new anime. Assuming that they announce it, if they even potentially announce a Dragon Ball Super anime in 2024, like maybe during the holiday season in November or December, you still wouldn't see anything. You wouldn't see an anime till mid to late next year of 2025. So you still wouldn't see any DLC potentially to 2026 or 2027. So I think it's safe to say that BT4 is done. Like, yeah, you might as well, unless they're doing something stupid and announcing the game 2 or 3 years in advance. This game is done. It's dead on arrival. Like 100%. Unless it's got some revolutionary new gameplay, it's done. Like, we're already dealing with no custom characters. We're dealing with the potential of a roster reset. Now, who knows? They could surprise us, come in with everything from BT3, everything from Raging Blast 2, as far as like characters, missing characters, add everything we've covered in Xenoverse 2, and just bring it all together for a healthy 200 plus to almost 300 characters. Again, this is not a overly complicated designed game like Tekken or Soul Calibur where you can do thousands and thousands of different combos. Remember, we're talking about Dragon Ball, and if they were able to do nearly 200 characters in the PS2 era on BT3, I don't want to hear an excuse for Xenoverse 3 or BT4 or whatever whatever the next Dragon Ball game turns out to be, because you got a larger storage space. All you're doing is basically upscaling the graphics and a combat system. You know, yeah, you're tinkering around with it, but you're not really changing all that much. It's still an arena fighter, which yields a more complex gameplay style, you know, based upon the neutral, but not so much depth like an advanced combo system like Tekken or Soul Calibur. So BT4, it has big shoes to fill. Huge, like gigantic shoes to fill when we're talking about what the roster needs to be like, because now Dragon Ball Super manga, that's off the table. Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and you know, we're used to it now. We've had Xenoverse 2. I mean, you could say you have Dragon Ball Magic characters, but again, like, unless Goku pops a really hot form and everyone loves, like it's a brand new Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan 5 or something, or whatever they decide to do, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's doomed. It is doomed. It is doomed. I'm sorry, like the little candy graphics, candy color graphics, I like it, but am I gonna play that game when there's potentially like 50 characters? No. I know most people know you're gonna get bored of it. Look at Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is there. How many people concurrently play that game? Nobody. No, nobody. Don't lie to yourself. Nobody. It is like, honestly, it's the B tier Dragon Ball game, and Dragon Ball Breakers is like the C tier. Those are the two games that nobody plays, and most people are either on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 or to the lesser extent on Dragon Ball Fighters. That's it. Like, I don't know where you go from here, Bandai Namco. I don't know if they even knew. I mean, I would assume they get kept in the loop with what's going on, and they would have planned for this, but that roster number better be like gigantic, mammoth, humongous. Like, I'm sorry. Like, no, like, you better put in every nostalgic character. I'm talking about, we better be covering Dragon Ball, like, I'm talking about original Dragon Ball. We better get the BT3 Roshi, Super Dragon Ball, Chi-Chi, you know, from Super Dragon Ball, like that old, like, competitive fighting game that came out before Dragon Ball Fighters. We better get, I don't know, like, all of GT. I'm sorry, I'm tired of only the super essential GT. Like, I've already gone over all this, and they need to come with it. They need to come with it. I'm looking at this. This does not bode well. This does not bode well for them at all. At what? Like, no. No, this game is doomed. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Dragon Ball Magic, however you feel about it, but BT4, this might be the nail in the coffin for that game. Like, they were already, you know, mired in a lot of skepticism, but now, nah, I can see why they've not shown anything at Tokyo Game Show or anywhere, because like now we all kind of know what's going to happen with this game. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.